Hey guys, welcome back to No Man's Land with AF Farms for another farm tour update. So currently we're in the farm shop and we haven't purchased anything, but we've actually leased this new Lizard pickup. So a bit of an upgrade from the old one. I've still got the older version, which I quite like. But the reason why we're here at the shop is we are basically going to do a bit of a shop update and tour. So actually what we'll do is we'll back out and we'll take a look at what we've done. So we've purchased a little bit more, some more equipment. We've and you obviously see there's going to be some changes. We've started to build out the town, so we'll take a look at that. Obviously there were some trees here, so we've turned this into a driveway just to help the larger trucks get in and out, especially with the low loader. And obviously the central town area. So I've laid out a bit of a plan for that. So we'll go through that in a minute. But I just want to show you the front of the shop. So I've put a hedge in, I've put some nice trees. I've also got a forest. So we've put in a forestry area. So that's going to be for a little bit of forestry work. And obviously had quite a big hill here in front. So I wanted to obviously not have that as a field anymore, because the machines have a hard time getting up it. It was so big. Let's just jump into the build mode quickly, give you a bit of a idea of the size. So it's all spruce trees. So that's going to be for logging, that type of thing. Over to the right, we've got our John Deere dealership under construction. So we'll go have a look at that in a second as well. And then we've also just revamped the front entrance. We've got our little Fendt Agco sign up the front. We purchased a case, quad track, and a few other things. So let's just back on out here. We'll go have a look at the dealership under construction. So obviously we've got a construction site. So this is all decorative. These signs here, that construction fence. Got some construction equipment underway at the moment. So this is all actually usable equipment. It's not just for show. So I'm just using it to sort of tell the story of what's going on. So we've got the Komatsu excavator, Komatsu dump truck, which is pretty cool. The Volvo trailer, which is from the Platinum expansion, and then we've got this mod here, which is the Lizard. I forget the name of it, but basically front loader, and then we've got the bulldozer as well. So this thing's actually pretty cool as well. So we'll jump in this, have a quick drive. Lizard D9, Lizard D69 C7. So this thing can be used for silage and possibly snow. I haven't tried it with snow, so I don't know for sure. But if anyone knows, leave a comment and let me know. What else we got in the construction site? So we've got, this is another mod. This is just a portable work light. We've got some decorative containers, portaloos or portable toilets, little staging area, some equipment, construct. So these are all decorative mods here, which is pretty cool. JCB telehandler. So that's a base game telehandler. So I just added that there for looks. A couple of decorative vehicles. So let's cruise around the back here. And we've got a little bit of a parking space for the construction workers. Just to sort of jump into the build mode, give you a bit of an aerial view. So it actually looks like a construction site. So I didn't want to just have a plot of land and go, oh yeah, this is going to be the John Deere dealership. I actually wanted to get the environment to tell the story a little bit. So that'll be coming in a future episode at some stage. Can't wait to build that one. So I've got a bit of a plan for that. I've sketched out a design. And I wanted to have it close to the farm shop area, because sort of when you drive into the town, it's the first thing you see. And moving on, so we've got the fire station, so this is another mod. Cafe, so these are a lot of these are mods, but a lot of these are sell points as well. So I've basically laid out a grid pattern, and I've separated the roadway from the footpath with these hedges, so just to sort of give it a bit of a difference in appearance, rather than, because it's hard to put guttering in the game when you can't build streets, you can only paint the texture of the ground. So it's a little bit easier just to sort of divide the areas so you know what's what. Briggs Shingle Company, so this is a Platinum Expansion mod. So I think shingles are floorboards or roof tiles, I'm not sure, but that's basically just right in here. So jump into the build mode quickly, you can sort of see what I'm getting at with the division of the grid. So it's all square. Obviously there's going to be some driveways and stuff for these buildings. This is a garden centre. That's also a mod. You can see the roadway there. I haven't hedged it. Farmers market. This is a shop, I believe. And then we've got little service roads. So there's a road there, and then a road sort of going up to the back. So we'll get to that in a second. Obviously we've got a fair few empty plots. So I've got a factory over there. I think that's the soy milk factory. So I'm not sure if I'm going to have the factories in this area. I haven't decided yet. And then we've got a couple of other restaurants over in the back corner there. And then we've got the town centre just here. So if we cruise into the town centre, we've got a bit of a... This is going to be a garden slash... Yeah, not quite sure yet, but we've got a bit of a parking area here. So parking meters, little edge stones to park your car up against. And then this is just a pedestrian foot traffic area. Obviously there's no pedestrians or people in the No Man's Land version, but once again, just letting the environment tell the story. Garbage bins. And then obviously this gate opens and closes. So this is the central town square. So this is all going to be landscape with trees and what have you. So it's all going to be pretty... hopefully nicely decorated. Okay, we've got these bollards. So this is just a little construction bollard, just to sort of break up the area a little bit. And then we've got the cobblestone texture as we sort of walk up to the fountain. So this is actually in the centre. So if I go out to the main map here, you can see where we are. I'll just back away from this because it's a bit loud. So you can sort of see where the cursor is there. That's basically in the centre between the road and this road, and then that field and the edge of the map. So it's not probably super accurate, but fairly close to the centre of the town. So, and then it spreads out equal distance this way, and then roughly equal distance this way. So basically the plan is to build this out, turn it into a bit of a botanical garden sort of area. Just more of a visual look. So if we come out here, this car park basically extends along. Got a service road up the back there. We've got an inn, which is just a decorative mod. And then we've got these little medieval sort of towers. So they're just there for visual. Pedestrian crossing. So this is a pretty cool thing I came up with. So all this is just some lines, so decorative lines, spaced apart evenly to give the appearance of, you know, pedestrian traffic on a roadway. So because then it links basically the areas where people would go versus where cars would drive. So I've got the restaurant here, so that's a mod. I think this is the pizzeria, or it could possibly be a mod as well. McFushi over there, that's a mod. So these are all sell points. Another pedestrian crossing. So I've sort of decorated these out a little bit, so let's just run through. We've got the back area, so this is where your deliveries go. Garbage bin. Just a little bit more decoration. Power boxes, so the guys can have power. Once again, decorative mod just there for looks. Same again, and then haven't decided what's going to be on this side, so I obviously want to spread out the sell points in this area a little bit. So I want to break it up with some... So this is a delivery area for this building. So if we jump over this way, I've got to fix up this terraforming from this house. Got a series of houses and other buildings sort of lining the street, if you will. So the plan is to sort of build this out with residential offices, decorative buildings, and then sprinkle in the sell points. So I've got a sell point here. This is a sell point here. I think that's one of the farmers market, Silverrun market, so that might be from the Platinum expansion. Mexican restaurant. Now I put the soy milk factory in here, but I'm thinking I'm probably gonna move that because it may not gel with the overall aesthetic of the town, but I do want to spread out my sell points and productions a little bit, just so I have places to drive to deliver, you know, products and stuff like that. So let's get back in the car. Actually, we'll jump in the Mahindra Retriever. It's nice and close. So this is the town. Nice long streets. So this just to give it a bit more ease of access. Oop, get a bit sideways here. So that goes up to the central town centre. So I'm thinking this may be the main street actually, like the high street. So I have a lot of shops and stuff either side of that. Put in a couple of extra car parking spaces. Oh, and I forgot to mention too, so those cars parked out the front of the... Let's drive down there and I'll show you. These cars parked here, other than the Lizard pickup. So these are decorative mods. So just that environmental storytelling again. There's no point having a car park with it. No cars in there, I feel. So, like I said, all this area is just purely decorative. It just doesn't serve any other function than just decoration, but it just sort of makes the map feel a bit more immersive for me. And it's kind of based on some of the towns around where I live. I obviously live in the city, but the rural sort of areas kind of have this sort of layout. Like they don't have hedges everywhere, but that's just to sort of separate the road and the pathway. So you can see here I've got another pedestrian crossing that's about to go in. And I'll probably put another one here. So if we go back around this way. Oh, the McFushi. So that's going to be a fast food restaurant. So I'm going to put in some car spaces around that one as well. Obviously haven't done that yet. Then we've got pedestrian crossings here. And then one here as well. And then we've got our sort of back road out of the area. So let's just drive around the perimeter. Obviously put this green wall in. So there's one more thing to look at here. So what we'll do is we will just cut through this area. So this is going to build out over time, obviously. I just wanted to get the rough sort of grid pattern down, get the town centre mapped out, and then I'm going to style it up sort of however I feel like at the time. And obviously I've got some sell points in here so I can start selling productions straight away. So it's good because then I can get the Profi liner, so which is the semi-trailer, in there doing deliveries, and it's a sort of a tight, windy street, so there's a little bit of backing in required, so reversing, that type of stuff. So it just gives that bit more driving interest as well, rather than having everything super open. And speaking of the Profiliner, he's at the petrol station. So this is another mod. This is basically the petrol station out of Elm Creek. So we'll pull up to the Bowser here. We'll just park, turn the car off, and then we'll jump into the build mode. So you can sort of see slightly different styling to the base game one, but pretty cool nonetheless. Then we've obviously got an access road off of the main road, and it's just sort of outside the town. So as you sort of head towards the farm, the main farm, and it's basically central. So when you're going left or right, you've got the fuel station. So I'm going to actually start utilizing this in game. So normally I have the fuel automatically purchased from when you're using a helper, but you know, we've got the gas station here, we might as well use it. Just adds that little bit extra realism and authentic sort of feel. So let's just have a quick walk around. So these are all so power station, power board, utilities, little workshop out the back. So I don't think any of these open up. So I can't remember the modder who... I might do a review on this mod separately. I'll give a shout out to the mod creator. I've added this EV charging station, so this is an actual EV charging station in-game. And I'll put the pressure washer in here, so if we... Can't remember the button to activate it. Yeah, don't worry. That actually does work. I've just got my helper menu turned off for the video. And then coming around the back here, we've obviously landscaped this area. So I'm not going to walk through the bush, I'll walk around the back here. So we'll go into the build mode, give you a better visual. So it's kind of encased in the forest area, and then we've converted this little area into a nice little field. Which I'm pretty happy with how that field turned out. Because this field here was part of the fields that were here. So obviously they're all gone now. And it's separated by this green wall, and then we've got a little access point to this field off of this road through here as well. So currently at the moment I think we have potatoes or sugar beets. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's potatoes. So we planted some potatoes, take advantage of the space. Nice big green clearing for the tractors to turn around. Let's see if I can jump that fence. Nope, not going to happen. So yeah, that's the farm village layout. We've got the dealership under construction. A few more buildings to go in. Farm shop's been updated. We've got our forest added as well. So we'll go for a bit of a drive around there later on. And then obviously the fuel station, which I'm pretty happy with how that turned out as well. Alright, we'll leave the video there for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate the support from the community, the likes, the comments, the interaction with the other players. Really enjoy hearing what you guys think of the game and feedback, that type of thing. So thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.